crew.
Tiny seed.
Goose. Hello everybody out there. It is Monday, July 18th, and we are recapping Sunday service at the Gate of Life, July 17th. I'm James.
And I'm Tony.
And we're from the Gate of Life worship team, and this is your Gate of Life recap.
This is all I know how to say. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Sunday was kind of a special day for us because we premiered our first Gate of Life worship song called Walk on Waters.
Never walked away, never walked away.
So if you tuned in with us on Facebook, we had it played live, and you can still check it out now.
It's on YouTube too.
It is.
From the Sanctuary. Yes.
It's on YouTube?
Yes. It's on YouTube. Check it out.
Hey!
So this week, we again were in the book of Job and talking about how Job was visited by God. We continue on with what God is bringing to realization for Job is that he's really truly not in control, and God has done so much. He brought the thunderstorms, and he told the rain where it could go when it's running off on the earth.
I think especially near the end when he talks about the Leviathan, I mean, you think about some of the biggest nightmares that you can think of, and we don't even know if the Leviathan even existed. We kind of discuss on what it even could be, and God's saying, can you even wrangle this creature? Can you do this? And like Tony said, you can't, because God created that stuff. He's the only one that can do it. And I really like just kind of the humanity that's expressed in this verse, because Job goes ahead and he repents and he admits to his sin, the fact that he was wrong for kind of calling God out for the suffering that's happening, when he should have just stayed and relaxed and existed and let God take care of everything.
Pastor Jason also talked about how Job threw himself down on the ground again and repented his sins and said, okay, God, I give it up to you. It's not in my control, it's in your control. And I think in today's day and age, technology, we all want it right now. We want control of everything in our lives. And God just keeps reminding us, hey, he has a plan.
Right.
It's not our plan.
Hashtag he has a plan.
You know?
I just did the hashtag symbol. We move on with the gospel from Matthew chapter 6, and we start touching on one of my favorite verses, one of my life verses when I was confirmed, is the worry passage, about worrying about things that come, worrying about things that have been, and just what God has in store for us. And God reminds us exactly what we mean to him. So he describes how the flowers of the field are clothed with beautiful colors, and they look wonderful out there, and the birds of the sky, they don't hunt, they don't cook, they don't grow their own food, but God still provides them food, and how we are valued so much higher to God than his other creations. So if he does this for those, then we have nothing to worry about when it comes to food, when it comes to clothes, when it comes to things we are worried about. We don't touch on it this week, but at the very end it says, why worry about tomorrow when today has worries of its own, because God will take care of everything. We are only given one day at a time because of that. And I like how that ties into kind of where Job is in his story, where he realizes that God has him. And I mean, God puts it a little more bluntly to Job, than in Matthew, but still basically the same message, that God's in control.
It's hard to give up control. It's hard to not worry about things in life.
Right. Spiritual pollution, kind of like light pollution with the night sky, right? It's there, and the stars are shining down on us all the time, but we have all this light pollution that can block it out and maybe fog our vision. And in the same way with the way the world works and kind of the media and all the bad things that kind of surround us, we can have spiritual pollution. When God is ever present and he's always crying down to us and telling us what we need to do, sometimes that spiritual pollution can fog our path or fog our senses. And that's why when it comes to worrying, we just have to have faith in our God, because he has gotten us this far. I mean, look at where we're sitting right now. We're taking care Hashtag agree.
In the sermon, Pastor Jason talks about that we live in God's mercy, and Job's suffering served a purpose, and Job's sins are our sins. And God already told him, no matter how we try, how hard we try to control everything, we're still going to fail, because God is in control of everything, and we can't make ourselves good or just. Jesus already did that for us. He already died for our sins. So we don't need to worry. We don't have to try to be in control of everything.
Yeah, so Pastor Jason kind of goes on to talk about his love for thunderstorms. And not gonna lie, I really love thunderstorms too. I like the way they look. I like the way they light up the sky, and I like how you can feel the rumble through the ground. It's such a very powerful thing, and it's something that we can witness. And that's something that Pastor Jason really touched on, is that we're not the directors of the storm. All we can do is witness it. We can't control it. And in the same way, when Job was going through his struggles, he is reminded that God is in control and he's directing everything. He has this massive plan that's going on, and Job, in a way, kind of gets caught in the middle of it, literally. But he has a plan for Job, and it just continues on that to remind us that God's in control, just like those thunderstorms are very beautiful. There's a lot of power behind them, but all we can do is witness it and see what happens while God's in control of it. Yeah.
I was told when I was little too that thunderstorms are like God bowling.
That's what I was told too.
Oh,
and
cool.
the rain coming down, or the angels crying because they're losing so bad.
That's a good thing. He talked about our delusions of control, that we think we're in control and we want what we want it now, but that's not for us. God's in control of everything. And Jesus is our rock, our peace, and our justice. So the verse for next week comes from Job, again, chapter 42, verses 7 through 17.
And the gospel for next week is chapter 5, verses 43 to 48. So just remember to be disciples of Christ, and that God has a plan for you.
He has a plan.
Bye.
What treasure waits within your skies? The gift of freedom, go can't buy.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at The Gate of Life, Rochester, Minnesota, Bethel Lutheran Church.
And if you like this YouTube video, please subscribe to our Gate of Life channel on YouTube. We post this video, a recap, every single Monday to recap the service the day before. All right.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Your kingdom here, let the darkness fear. Show your mighty hand, heal our streets.
So the scene in Fantasia at the very end, one of Beethoven's big symphonies, they do that with Zeus in the sky, and there's chucking thunderbolts.
thunderbolts, yeah.
And I thought of that too, but at that time I thought that was God. I thought Zeus was God.
Good show.
It confused my faith. Hashtag get over yourself. Hashtag God's in control.
Hashtag God has a plan.
Hashtag he has a plan.
He has a plan.
Hashtag Tony needs to know the right hashtags.
Hashtag Tony doesn't even hashtag, so
Hashtag Tony's been hashtagging this whole time.
I don't even think I'm doing it right. Hashtag. Oh. Professional hashtag.
Hashtag professional hashtagger. She's a noob. We gotta get her on top of this.